Welcome to YOUCANIC. Here we have a Mazda 3 and we're diagnosing the check engine light. In this vehicle we have issue with a mass airflow sensor. It's thrown a few codes. The vehicle has very poor acceleration, and let's take a look at what codes are triggered first and what you need to replace. So most likely solution. So we have an OBD2 scanner. We've plugged this underneath the dashboard. You have right next to the hood release, you have the OBD2 port. Plug that in. Come into the vehicle, don't press brake pedal, just press start twice, or just turn the key into position 2, but do not start the engine. So you can see our check engine light over there is still on. So let's take a look at the scanner and see what's going on. Alright, so let's go back here. I'm not going to exit it, let's say. So when you first connect the scanner, what you're going to see here is you're going to see a few options, such as so you're going to see a few options. Here we can read the codes. Let's take a look at what that is. We're going to look at stored codes. The check engine light is on. We have 3 codes. You can see on the top right here, it says 1 out of 3, and then we got P0102. It says mass or volume airflow A, circuit low. Intake air temperature sensor, circuit high. That sensor that also monitors the air that goes into the intake. So, and then we have one more, P061B. It says internal control module torque circulation performance. Now all these 3 codes, it might sound like there's different things going on, but all these 3 codes point to one defective part, at least in this case. So let's take a look at where that is and what you'll need to do to fix that. Okay, so right here with the electrical connector, you need to press this and then pull back. Don't pull on the wires, pull on the connector, the plastic piece. And this right here is the mass airflow sensor. Now here you can use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws. A lot of times people might try to clean these. That does sometimes work, sometimes it doesn't. So it's just better to get a new sensor and just replace it. The way you clean them, you spray mass airflow sensor cleaner right through there. It's not going to work every single time. It can work sometimes, but these are pretty inexpensive, and it's just better to simply replace them. And then you take the sensor, you just reinstall it. When you're reinstalling it, one thing that's important is the direction of airflow. So connector is on this side, we're going to reinstall it at the exact same location because it's measuring air going through this way, so you don't want to install it this way. A lot of times these won't fit that way, so you can't put the screws back on, but keep that in mind. One other thing is there's an O-ring right here. That O-ring, make sure it's still there because it's got to be airtight up here. Press that down, line up these 2 screws. Connect the electrical connector, make sure that clicks before, so that you know it's plugged in all the way. You can check it, make sure it doesn't pull up. Now let's go take a look at the check engine light and what we need to do next. Okay, so here we're back in the vehicle. What we want to do is, of course, reconnect the scanner. If you disconnected it, turn the ignition 2 clicks without pressing the brake pedal. So that'll turn on the ignition, but you won't start the engine because you don't need that. Here, of course, you can read the codes again. Let's see, make sure we don't have any new ones. So we got 1 out of 3, so we still just have the exact same codes we had before. Let's go back by pressing escape. You can read pending codes. There's no pending codes and anything else going on. So you want to come down to erase codes, press enter, erase trouble codes, and it's taking a second there. It says erasing done. press enter. You do need to turn off the ignition and turn that back on. Sometimes we might have to carry the erase procedure a couple of times, but most of majority of the time that's gonna erase them just the first time. So let's take a look here, and our check engine light is erased. You can see there's no more check engine light on. That's it. Thanks for watching.